Hi guys, my name is Yenisbel. I'm a BCABA and I'm with a group called the ABA Exam Academy, and we are doing a fantastic job reviewing everything that has to do with the task list for sedation. Right now, we're actually going to cover FK26, which is unconditioned motivating operation, and FK27, condition motivating operations. So just a quick review of our disclaimer. ABA Exam Academy is here to help ace the BCABA test, and the meetings are meant for everybody to just have an open discussion and collaboration about the task list for sedation. And we need to remember just to, when we're done with this, just review every information that we give and double check your books. I always put the page numbers on the information that I provide, just in case any of us makes a mistake. We can always double check. Remember that I'm a BCABA, and the ethical considerations are that please don't share any specific test questions that you have seen in the past, or any questions from mock that you have paid, or from any open resources, any information in specific. If we're gonna, we can share those, but if we're gonna share books or articles or anything like that, we always provide the credit to the authors. Okay, guys, so we're gonna tackle MOs, and we're, obviously we have to first do the basic definition of it. I found this book that I had in my library of ABA books. Can you see it? It's called Conducting School-Based Functional Behavior Assessments. Maybe you have it. I don't recommend you to buy it because I mean, in my personal opinion, I didn't use so much of it for the test, but I did find wonderful information on MO. So I used a lot that book for today's presentation. I also used Mayer and Cooper. So that book says that motivating operation, basically the definition that they give us in a very simplified way, is that MOs change how much people want something. That makes it simple, right? So just as a quick review. So MOs change how much people want something. Is it in the future or something in the moment?
In the moment.
In the moment. That is key, right? So we need to remember that. It is not in the future. It is always in the moment. And we're going to give a little bit of examples to see why we say that. Okay, so that was the easy definition. But this is the real nitty-gritty definition, which it looks small. I tried to put it as simple as possible, and it comes from Cooper. But this definition covers everything that we do about MOs that we all know is very complex, and it has more than what we're going to talk about today. Which, by the way, I can share those videos that I created for MOs, the other videos that I created for MOs. I can post it in the description part in the YouTube video. So I'm going to read it for you, and then we're going to sort of break it down. An environmental variable, it could be internal or external, that makes a stimulus or behavior more or less valuable in the present, which means momentary. Does anybody feels like they want to explain it in their own words? You don't have to do it. I'm just giving you the option to do so if you want to. Okay.
Well, an example would be, like, if you haven't eaten for a few hours and you're hungry and you see food, it's going to be more valuable. However, if you just ate a huge Thanksgiving dinner and you're stuffed, the MO is going to be less valuable.
Exactly. Good. So what you said basically cover all the aspects of the definition. So I broke down the definition here in basically questions that we can ask ourselves. So what is the environmental variable that is making me want something less or more? In Alicia's example, it was what? Do you remember? Was it hot? You were hot, you were cold, you were hungry, you needed
You're hungry and you wanted more? Isn't that
Yes.
what she said?
Exactly. So that environmental variable that made her want to go get food is the hunger. And what is making, and the other question is, what is making me engage in the behavior of getting that something less or more? So it's basically, the definition is the thing that she wants more is it's food, and the behavior that gets her, that makes her go get that food more. So those two are essential parts of the definition. And obviously it's not just more, but it's always less. It's also less. Okay, so today we're gonna focus on this part, environmental variables, because the rest is a whole nother topic that would take us more than an hour. But let's do a simple example, like the example Alicia gave us. Look at this cute little thing that I found. I found it so cute. So let's say her name is Sophie and she's eating chips and doing exercises. She gets thirsty. This thirst will make her want to get what, guys?
Water.
Water. That is simple. Yes. So will she just stay there in the sofa wanting the water and continuing to eat more chips in that moment?
No, she'll probably get up and go get some.
Yes, Amber, thank you. You said the whole thing that I wanted you to say. So no, she will not do it. She has that happen in her. She feels thirsty, so she's gonna get up and do something about it. She wants the water, she's gonna get up and do something about it. So I reword here at the bottom is, what is that environmental variable that starts this change in what she wants and the behavior that she needs to engage in to get it? What is that environmental variable? That could be internal or external. That's the
Thirst.
Being
thirsty.
Yes, that is the thirst. That the thirst is the environmental variable that changes in the moment and that will increase Sophie's need for water. So that's that part of the definition, that is the stimulus, and will also increase the probability of her engaging in the behavior that will get her that water. Okay? So this is the same definition we were talking about, and our focus today would be in those environmental variables. Basically, are they unlearned or are they learned? Are they unconditioned or are they conditioned? Those are our focus today. That's the focus for today. Okay? So we're focusing on this part. So now I used a list that a lot of you are familiar with. So do any of you want to tell me the 9 main unconditioned motivating operations for humans that most of us are always talking about?
Hunger, thirst, warmth, sex.
Yeah. Anybody else? Thank you, Amber.
Water.
Right?
Oxygen.
Breathing.
Good. I think we had a lot of them. So here I have 9. If for those of you who don't have the list, I recommend you to take a picture of the list. When I'm taking the test, when I was taking the test or the mock test, when I would visualize this list, I would remember them. Then it would make it much easier for me to answer the questions when it came to identifying the MO. So this is very helpful. If not, whenever you're watching the video, you can just pause it and take a picture of it. Okay, and here is the other little cool thing that I found in the book that I told you about, in this book. I found the list of unconditioned motivating operations that were a little bit different than the ones that the other list that I gave you. Like example, it has increasing physical irritation, which is the same thing, but it says in different words. It has sleep deprivation. And it has the list for condition motivating operation. So here I can point it out, and then you can tell me which ones were you not expecting. Deprivation of social attention, difficult task, aversive, non-preferred social interaction, deprivation of a reinforcing tangible, like money or talking, or deprivation of reinforcing activities. Is there any of those that you were not expecting, or that you're like, oh, I didn't realize that we had that as a condition motivating operation? Here's one that got my eye. Look at this one, guys. Deprivation of reinforcing activity and activity deprivation. What is the difference between those two?
Activity deprivation would be no like activity at all, so boredom. Where, hold on, I can't really see the bottom of your screen right now to read that.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Can you see it?
Deprivation of reinforcing activity, that would be like a more specific activity. Like say you really like basketball and you haven't played basketball in a few weeks. That would be deprivation of a reinforcing activity, where activity deprivation just means you're kind of being a couch potato and lack of any sort of.
And you bring up a good point, Alicia. Activity deprivation, is it boredom? Or I thought, you know what I thought? I thought it was that we need to be in constant movement as humans to stay.
Yes. Yeah, and stimulation, like physical and mental kind of stimulation.
Okay.
So is that one like a non-specific activity? Like you just want movement, whereas the deprivation of reinforcing activity is like what she was saying, basketball, like that's a specific one.
That's what I understand from it, yes.
Okay.
So basically what we have to, the key things that I have said in the past to the people that I tutor, and you guys have also said it to me, is that when you're thinking of unconditional motivating operation, you got to think, what is the things that we need to survive, right? So when, and that you didn't really needed to learn that, oh, I need this to survive. You need oxygen to survive. You need liquid. You need to stay warm, and you need to stay, you need to have shelter, those type of things. But condition motivating operations are those things that you learn with time. Like Alicia pointed out, deprivation of reinforcing activity, like playing basketball. You had to learn how to play basketball. Like difficult task, you had to learn that, oh my God, I don't like this task. It's not something that you were born with. Does this make any sense? Is it helpful? Yes, Jenny, it's very helpful. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, guys, so here you go. Since we did such a good job with that list, now we have the list scrambled here, and you are going to participate, and you're going to tell me where does it belong. Ready? Ready?
Ready.
Ready, set, go. Deprivation of social attention. Is it unconditioned motivation?
Conditioned.
Condition.
Oh, I don't have to read it. You tell me. Deprivation of social attention. What is it?
Conditioned.
Conditioned.
Nice, little fast and nice and fast. Okay, food deprivation.
Unconditioned.
There you go. Good job, guys. Activity deprivation.
Unconditioned.
Unconditioned.
Unconditioned. Difficult task.
Conditioned.
Conditioned. And increased access to reinforcing tangibles.
Conditioned.
Condition, right. Nice. You guys got this fast. Aversive, non-preferred social interaction.
Condition.
Conditioned.
Condition.
Condition. Good participation. And sex deprivation.
Unconditioned.
Unconditioned. Good job. We got that. Okay. So next, we're going to go to a subclass. The subclasses of MO. The ones that bring us a little bit of headache. But I'll tell you good news. I read in Mayer that he basically said, I'm not going to go too much into it because there's not much research on it. I don't know if that means that the test, you know, that maybe if there's not so much research on it, like they're not going to focus too much on it in the test. I don't know, but I don't know. It gave me hope when I read that. But these, I put visuals, and that's the way I memorized this. So who can tell me what CMO-R stands for?
Condition. Motivating operator reflexive.
Yes. So basically, they also worded as reflexive MO. Yeah, it's different ways to organize it to say it, but that's the nitty gritty. Okay, so does the visual help you figure out what the definition is? Do you guys have any idea you want to share?
Is that an upside down heart? What is that?
The visual is just, yeah, it could be. I was just thinking, like, he's like thinking and he's wondering, do I run or do I stay? It was hard to find the visual for that one, so I had to improvise. So that one, go ahead.
CMO-R is increases the value of escaping or avoiding certain MOs.
Exactly. Yeah, it's for the test. The tip for the test is escaping or avoiding a worsening situation. So the way that I think about it is that I'm reflecting. That's why I put that one. I'm reflecting. Should I go or should I stay? I see the clouds getting darker. I should leave. I have to reflect on it to decide whether I'm gonna stay or I'm gonna go. CMO-S, what does it stand for?
Surrogate.
Surrogate, yes. You can just say the word, that's the important one that we need to remember. And what's the key word for this one, for the test, and when you're reading a scenario? There needs to be what type of process?
Pairing.
Pairing process. Nice job. So I put the whole definition there, but it's a stimulus that has acquired its effectiveness by accompanying some other MO and has come to have the same value altering and behavior altering effects as the behavior it has accompanied. But basically in the test, just focus about a scenario that has some type of pairing process in it. And I just put, the one that helps me is to think of a surrogate mom. When you're an actress that have a good body, you don't want to give, you know. Surrogate. Haven't you seen
Okay.
that?
I was trying to figure out what that was. I'm like, is that a pregnant lady dancing? Like,
It is a
pairing.
pregnant
I thought you were like saying she's pairing with her baby. Like,
it is a pregnant lady dancing, and the other one is J-Lo with her, you know, fantastic body, and she's already 50. I don't know if you guys heard that. I'm like, whoa, that woman is 50. I cannot believe her.
no, I get it now, but I was like, is she pairing with her baby, like in her? Like, I thought that's
Yeah,
what you're trying to say.
Surrogate mom. And let me tell you, I'm not the one. I thought I'm the weird person that thinks of this. And then so many other people in my tutoring sessions have told me, oh no, I think of surrogate moms. I'm like, whoa, I'm not the weird. I'm not the weird. We all have, you know, similar process. Okay, guys. So the other one is CMO-T. Which one is that one?
Transitive.
Transitive.
Transitive. And what is that one?
Something you need to get something, like you need to open a drawer, you need the keys.
Yes.
So the key becomes important to open the drawer.
Perfect. So the key thing for it that I think about is like a tool. Do you need a tool? So the waiting or needing of, the wanting or needing of another stimulus or behavior. And in the scenario, it would be, in the test scenario, it would be, do you need to engage in problem solving behavior? And then if the scenario is describing something like that, then go for CMO-T. CMO-T. Okay, guys, you did awesome. Let's go for the mock questions. Ready? We are ready. So Michael argues that unconditioned motivating effects. Okay, let me start again. This one was actually from the book, so it's good to learn it anyways. Michael argues that unconditional motivating effects, UMOs, such as those of food deprivation, transfer the conditional reinforcers, such as eating utensils, and when they do so, they are called CMO-T, CMO-R, CMO-D, or CMO-S.
A.
I have one for A. Alicia has the first one for A. Don't be shy, guys.
D.
A, B.
D. CMO-S.
I'm sorry, you said D?
CMO-S.
CMO-S, so D. Okay. Okay, got it. Anybody else?
D.
D as in dog?
D as a dog, yeah.
Okay, let's see. The answer is A, CMO-T. So, Alicia, you were the one who said that one, right? Why did you point it out that was the answer?
Because unless there was the UMO of food deprivation, the eating utensils would otherwise be a neutral stimulus. But because of the food deprivation, the value of eating utensils went up. So transitive.
Yes. So the eating utensil would be that too. Good job. Nice. Okay, so all of the following are condition motivating operations except deprivation of social attention, difficult tasks, participation in activity, or increased access to reinforcing activities.
C.
C.
You have two for C?
D.
D.
C, D. Let's see. The answer is C, participation in activity. So a key thing for this one to remember is we need to remember the word except, right? So it needs to be the opposite of what the question is saying. So it needs to be, the answer needs to be an unconditioned motivating operation. And for this one, it's still a little tricky. So that's why I keep saying we need to review that list a couple of times for us to be familiarized with. Okay, so we have one more. You see a picture of your favorite cake and you want to eat cake. Tomorrow, you see your favorite cake in the refrigerator and you want to eat cake. Which one is considered to be surrogate? Is it the cake in the refrigerator? Is it the smell of the cake? Is it the picture of the cake, or is it the cake?
The picture?
Yes.
So we have Amber for
C.
C.
C. The picture of the cake.
picture of the cake. Nice, guys. It is the picture of the cake. We finished strong. Wait, we actually have one more. I think we have time to do it. Jenny spent all night long preparing for this presentation. Oh no. Today she was taking naps in her car and in her sofa. Jenny's sleep deprivation is not a or an unconditioned motivating operation, conditioned motivating operation, motivating operation, or unlearned MO. This one's tricky.
B.
That was a fast answer.
Condition motivating operation.
So we have one for B, and the other one, who else says something else?
B. Condition motivating operation.
Nice, guys. Nice
You're
job.
a B.
You got it. I thought you were going to be tricked like this. So proud of us. You can be, yeah. Okay, guys, that's it for me today. Just please remember we're doing tutoring sessions 101. Whenever you want, don't wait for the last minute because it's going to be too late. Do the YouTube channel, subscribe and like and all of the above, and go to the web Facebook page. We're trying to do one more per day. That is your studying business going.
What do you do during the tutoring sessions, per
Hmm?
se? What do you do during the tutoring sessions, per se?
What we do is you contact us and I ask you what is it that you want to study. For example, I've done a couple of on MO or other particular, like somebody had a lot of different questions from mocks that they had taken that they wanted to go over and break down in depth. And what I do is it's basically, it's an individualized thing. You have problems with the 3 different topics, you tell me, and I just go at it and I create, just like I do here. I create more questions, and I come up with ideas to help you understand it better. So it's more individualized, and you can target your learning to the things that you're weak on. So sorry, you just tell me what you're weak on, and then we go from there. And we do a lot of tips for the test, as much as we can. We all need that. Thank you for coming, guys. It was fun.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.